Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Ministry of Home Affairs issues revised guidelines to states and union territories on movement of persons. Nagaland Government imposes ban on import of pigs from outside the state. Nagaland Board of School Education informs that the results of HSLC and HSSLC Examination can be expected by the end of next month. And the number of COVID-19 cases in the country rises to 31,332. Ministry of Home Affairs has issued consolidated revised guidelines for strict implementation by ministers, departments of Government of India, state and union territory governments and authorities of state and union territories. Due to lockdown, migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists, students and other persons are stranded at different places. In this regard, all states and union territories are directed to follow guidelines for their movement. The guidelines said that all states and union territories should designate nodal authorities and develop stranded protocols for receiving and sending such stranded persons. The nodal authorities shall also register the stranded persons within their states and union territories. In case a group of stranded persons wish to move between one state and union territory, the sending and receiving states may consult each other and mutually agree to the movement by road. The moving persons would be screened, and those found asymptomatic would be allowed to proceed. Buses shall be used for transport of groups of persons. The buses will be sanitized and shall follow social distancing norms in seating. The states and union territories following on the transit route will allow the passage of such persons to the receiving state and union territory. On arrival at their destination, such persons would be assessed by the local health authorities and kept in home quarantine unless the assessment requires keeping the persons in institutional quarantine. They would be kept under watch with periodic health checkups. For this purpose, such persons may be encouraged to use Arogya Setu app through which their health status can be monitored and tracked. Nagaland Government has imposed a ban on import of pigs from outside the state with immediate effect. This measure comes following the reported outbreak of African swine fever and high mortality of pigs in the neighboring state. Chief Secretary Demchen Doi in a notification informed that this is being issued with a directive of the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Meanwhile, Veterinary Department has started the first phase of classical swine fever vaccination to vaccinate pigs as preventive measures against the contagious viral disease. Deputy Commissioner Dimapur Anup Kinchi in an order has requested the village, Colony Kampuras and Chairman of Au Yamkam, Senjum Indisend, Rilan Aukong, Lingrijan, Nutun Bosti and LRC colony to cooperate with the district administration. According to sources, no confirmed case of swine fever has been reported from the district so far. Nagaland Board of School Education NBSC has informed that the process of result declaration of HSLC and HSSLC examinations 2020 has been put on hold in view of lockdown. In a notification, NBSC Chairman Asano Sekose informed that the results can be expected by the end of next month. However, the exact date of declaration of the results will be intimated beforehand. It is further informed that in view of many fake news circulated in social media, one should check out the official website of the NBSC at www.nbscnagaland.com for confirmation to avoid confusion. Nagaland Governor R.N. Ravi has announced that a much-awaited Biosafety Lab 3 at Naga Hospital Authority Kohima, NHAK, is likely to be operational by the first week of May. The governor in a tweet yesterday said the work for the Biosafety Laboratory 2 at Christian Institute of Health Sciences and Research, Dimapur, will commence right after the completion of the lab at NHAK. Government has called upon all states and union territories to take urgent action so that blockades of trucks and lorries at interstate borders is cleared for smooth movement of essential goods. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari held a meeting with states and union territories road transport ministers through video conference yesterday. He urged the ministers to intervene in such matters and ensure resolutions through the local and district administrations. The minister also outlined to follow health advisories and other guidelines like maintaining proper distance, wearing masks, use of sanitizers by both driver and cleaners. Government has decided to provide midday meals to students even during the summer vacations. About 11 crore children will benefit from the move. It has also announced around 11% increase in annual central allocation of cooking cost on the midday meal scheme to 8,100 crore rupees in view of COVID-19. Human Resource Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank announced this while interacting with education ministers and education secretaries of all states through video conference in New Delhi. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. The number of COVID-19 cases in the country has gone up to 31,332, while the death toll rose to 1,007. Health Ministry data said the number of active COVID-19 cases stood at 22,629. As many as 7,695 people have been cured and discharged, while one had migrated. The Health Ministry has said that the recovery rate of COVID-19 in India has improved to 23.3%. Meanwhile, in Nagaland, the total number of samples sent for testing is 644, out of which 631 samples have been received and all are reported negative, while the result for 13 samples are awaited. The number of samples sent till 3 p.m. today is 5. Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan has said that India will produce indigenous rapid testing kits for COVID-19 by the end of next month. Dr. Vardhan called upon scientists to expedite the development of COVID-19 mitigation solutions. He said at least half a dozen vaccines are being supported, of which 4 are in an advanced stage. Secretary of the Department of Biotechnology, Renu Swarab, informed the minister about a multi-pronged research strategy and an action plan for an immediate response as well as for long-term preparedness to tackle the pandemic. These efforts include research towards development of vaccines, therapeutics, and suitable animal models for COVID-19 as well as development of indigenous diagnostics. Amidst rising speculations on board exams for Class 10 and 12, Central Board of Secondary Education has clarified that there is no change in its plan to conduct the exams for 29 subjects at a later date. The board had earlier stated that it was difficult to decide and announced a new schedule of examination in the light of corona pandemic. However, it maintained that any decision in this regard would involve extensive consultation with higher education authorities, considering all aspects related to entrance examinations, admission dates, among others. The board had also stated that a notice of about 10 days to all stakeholders would be given before starting Class 10 and 12 examination at a later date. Renowned actor Irfan Khan passed away in a Mumbai hospital this morning, losing his battle with a rare form of cancer. He was 54. The Maqbool actor, who was diagnosed with neuroendocrine tumor in 2018, lost his mother in Jaipur just 4 days ago. He was admitted to the intensive care unit of the Gogilapan Dhirubhai Ambani Hospital with a colon infection. Irfan Khan made his Bollywood debut with Mera Nais Salam Bombay in 1988. He has also been associated with many international films like Slumdog Millionaire, A Mighty Heart, Jurassic World, and The Amazing Spider-Man. President Nagaland Government, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar have expressed grief at the demise of actor Irfan Khan. Many dignitaries from film industry, including Amitabh Bachchan, Lata Mangeshkar, Sujit Sarkar, Supriya Sule, has also paid tribute to the actor. Speaker of Nagaland Legislative Assembly and Chairman Joint Legislators Forum on Naga political issue, Sharinkin Lungama, will convene a meeting on 2nd of next month at 10 a.m. at State Banquet Hall of Old Chief Minister's residence. The meeting will discuss the Naga political issue and COVID-19 pandemic situation. All the members of the Joint Legislators Forum on Naga political issue are hereby requested to kindly attend the meeting as scheduled. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Ministry of Home Affairs issues revised guidelines to states and union territories on movement of persons. Nagaland Government imposes ban on import of pigs from outside the state. Nagaland Board of School Education informs that the results of HSLC and HSSLC examinations can be expected by the end of next month. And the number of COVID-19 cases in the country rises to 31,332. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.